Welcome to EmComm Solutions. Jake here. Today I'm going to do a comparison video on building your own DIY everyday carry Meshtastic or MeshCore node in a weatherproof enclosure versus buying something off the shelf ready like the SenseCap T1000E or the Rack Wiz Mesh Tag. So let's take a look at that build.
So I got this idea from a video that Radios Made Easy did about building these basically weatherproof Meshtastic nodes or MeshCore nodes, whatever you want to use. And so I found locally, well, kind of locally here in Europe, ordered these. Basically, they're meant for cigarettes. And this one, as you see, I haven't modified this one at all. You open it up and it's got basically a cigarette lighter in there, and then you put your cigarettes in here and it keeps them dry, right? Because it's got a little weather seal on this. And I thought, well, that's a little great enclosure. I think I got two of them for about 16 euros. Now, I'll put a link for ones you can find off of Amazon that are rectangle instead of this kind of elliptical case. So I already had this set up. This is actually gonna eventually go into a solar node setup for my place here in Europe. And so this board has multiple things. It has an environmental module on there. It's got a GPS module. It's the Rack Wiz block, the 4630, which is kind of my go-to. Now, really for something like this, the Rack Mini, using maybe a bracket like this, these are 3D printed brackets I've got. I'll put some links to some of those, but it's pretty easy to find them if you go on any of the 3D printed sites. But this one kind of worked out really well because it's very flexible because it's just thin, so it can slide right into this case and boom. Now you have two options here. The PCB, the printed antenna that comes with the Rack Wiz block kit. Now if you don't want to penetrate this and install a connector, an SMA connector for maybe a stubby antenna or something like that, because when you penetrate this, you're going to have the potential. You can get the ones with the O-rings that are meant for waterproofing the case. I don't have one of those right now. I've ordered some, but I'll show you that. And then I took a 1100 milliamp hour battery I already had. You saw a video earlier this week. You may have a short just where I rewired it for the JST 2.0 connector that's required for this Wiz block. Now, you could probably go with a larger battery, but honestly, 1100 milliamp hour battery on one of these, depending on whether or not you're using GPS or not in your settings, or whether you're using MeshCore or Meshtastic, you're still going to get several days out of it without charging it. So that's more than enough in my opinion. And it's really easy because this case opens and closes just like that. And then you lock this in there. You can just pop it open. And if you orient it like I have it here, the USB-C port is right there. It makes it really easy to charge. So I'm going to go through some of these steps here. So of course, you're probably going to want the Bluetooth connected because this doesn't have a screen. So you're going to want to connect the Bluetooth antenna. I'm going to do this first setup with the board, and I'll show you the steps for it, and then connect our battery up and immediately get light. Now, kind of pushing this down in here, you're going to note that you're going to have to play around with the wiring, and then you can take, this one's been used a couple times, so Bluetooth, maybe you just tuck it back in here in the back. You can get fancy with all this, and I'll show you kind of what you do there. The way I'm looking at this is, I want this to stick up like this, so maybe some double-sided tape to kind of hold it up in there like that, and then you just have to carefully route it like this. And just like that, it's there. But it does rattle, so you can take some stuff like some close-up foam like this, stuff it in there, or you can even cut it out for the design with like an X-Acto knife, and then have this down at the bottom, and then cut out a slot for the stuff to slide into, and then maybe one, along the side or on top to kind of help keep it from rattling around too much. But now, just like that, you have a weatherproof. If you want to put the SMA connector, you're going to have to pick a good location because this has some grooves and stuff in it. You're going to want to pick a good spot that's not going to interfere, maybe right there in the center, and then use, depending on what types of drill bits you have, the number 6 will work, or a 1/4 inch drill bit is actually perfect. The number 6 a little small, but that might actually be good to. Okay, so I put a hole in there, just real quick. It didn't like perfectly centered or anything like that. I said this is for demonstration purposes mainly, because I get a lot of questions about things like this. And you know, this style connector here, this SMA connector, has, if you notice that O-ring right there, that would help it seal against this surface and give you a weather tight seal. Honestly, I don't really particularly care for having this antenna on there, just because it does it immediately takes like the discreet look of it away and makes it, I mean, obviously clearly it's no longer some little waterproof container. It's now clearly something else. You know, it makes it very obvious of what it is, and or that it's definitely not holding cigarettes or your keys or something else you want to keep dry, and you know, because it's got an antenna, but still pretty compact. Of course, if you wanted to put a longer antenna on there, you could. But
all right, so there you saw on the build, I did a lot of that with stuff I already had on hand. Of course, that little dry box weatherproof enclosure for designed, you know, specifically for cigarettes, but can be used, of course, for other things. And then if I wanted to seal it up with the antenna SMA bulkhead connector that goes through the enclosure for an external antenna, I need some other parts to finish that part up to have that weather tight seal. So this price comparison is just to give you an idea. I got most of my prices from Rockland. It's in US dollars, and it's not going to include taxes or shipping. So if you use the WizBlock Meshtastic starter kit like I had there, it's $34.97. If you use the Rack Mini starter kit, that's $31.97. Would be a little easier or a little smaller, give you a little more room for other things like larger batteries, but you'd have to figure out how you're going to mount it in there. And then the batteries, $7 to $12, depending on what size battery you choose. I feel like anything 1,000 is 1,000 to 1,100 to 2,000 if you really want it, or more than sufficient. It's going to give you plenty of runtime. The enclosure, I'm going to put a picture of one in here, found on US in Amazon on the US, and it's smooth and rectangular, so it would give you more options if you did want to put an external antenna. You wouldn't have to be as you wouldn't be limited by, because of the grooves in the top of the one that I was using, limits kind of where you could mount it to make sure you get a good seal on that SMA bulkhead connector. So between $8 and $9 for one of those. And then if you chose to use some sort of GPS module like the Rack 12501, their compact GNSS module is $15.97. So general pricing without GPS, $48 to $52, $64 to $68 with GPS. Now this, like I said, doesn't include any connectors, shipping, or taxes, so you could easily add another $15 to $20 on there. And in comparison, SenseCap T1000E, about $39.90, some $40. Or the Rack WizTag is about $50. This is IP65 rated and has a 700 milliamp hour battery. I generally see about 2 days worth of runtime out of this. A lot of variables there, we'll talk here in a second. And it's weatherproof, so and compact, easy to carry, discreet. It can be discreetly carried, you know, fits simply in a pocket. So the WizTag or the WizMesh tag is got a 1,000 milliamp hour battery and it's IP66, so just a little bit more weatherproof. And then the battery question, as it seems to be always one of those ones that gets thrown in videos occasionally, it depends, right? So how much traffic is in your area? You using Meshtastic, you using MeshCore, what are your settings like? Outside temperature could have a variable. So generally speaking, you know, if you have something that has like an NRF52 MCU, you're gonna see with at least, well, a 700 milliamp hour battery, you're gonna probably be able to get about 2 days of runtime out of it in most cases, right? So that's the answer to that question. If you want to support the channel, you can like this video, you subscribe, you can check out our social media links. There's going to be, of course, some affiliate links in there for all the stuff I showed you here today. So if you want to go check those out, there's no additional cost to you. Thanks for watching.